Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Here we're back in the Egyptian campaign. And, here I am back to attack the last army of the Blamesians, I think is how you say that. There. But before, I think we gotta do it next turn because I can't move anymore. Before we do that, so we're gonna go and come down here and look at the position of these two armies. Decide what I need to go ahead and do. I'm kind of trying to fiddle around with what I should do, or go ahead and leave these guys out here. Which way am I making the most money? I think putting them inside the actual town is where I'm making the most money, and they're also the AI is also the happiest. I think I was making more money by going ahead and doing the ravaging their lands or whatever, but that was not making my subjects happy. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and I knew that there was an army right around here with this near that city down there, so I was looking for it with that guy, or that spy, or that hero, I think is what he was. You're looking around. I'm still going through a plague over here in Jerusalem, unfortunately. Sanitation is not that great over there, unfortunately. Eventually I do need to conquer this last little city in the province of Libya, but we're gonna have to wait to do that. We're looking at our characters now, and I think we're gonna go ahead and change some of the household traits. I don't know how to get my Ptolemy a wife. I need to find him a wife so he can go ahead and produce an heir, because he has no heirs right now. So who inherits his kingdom is not good. That's Alexander's sword, and I think somebody else has his sword too. So I think there are two Alexander swords out there. I don't know if he used two swords or if he one is a fake. Maybe, I don't know. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that one and the soothsayer, and go ahead and give her the research one. So yeah, I was just confirming there at the end there that there are two Alexandrian swords. So maybe he just had two swords, you know. So here we are going on to the next turn. And those guys are asking for a non-aggression pact. I think I asked for trading too, and they didn't want to, or something like that. So now we are finally going to go ahead and get rid of that guy. And I'm looking at the rest of my family here, noticing that he's looking at his age. So I think he's 33 now. So I need to go ahead and find him a wife, I believe. Oh, now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this army, finally. They are pretty much a non-existent army. They were all kind of dying over there, you know. I probably could have just let them all basically die off. They had no, nothing coming to them. Resources or anything like that. And that was allowed my general to level up, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and level up my general. And I was thinking about bringing this army on down to help out these two guys. But I decided to move him over to the back over to the other cities instead. I'm going to go and move this guy over here and pop him into that. And then I realized that I think the stance that I popped him into was actually a stance that was going to go ahead and get him ambushed if he was attacked. So I go back and change it, actually. We'll see that. And we decided to disband this army, too. So I'm going to go ahead and disband that army. That'll put me back in the positive for money, thankfully. And we'll go ahead and move these guys over there. Next turn. I mean, we're gonna go ahead and lower tax levels, but that would have put me really in the negative. So I was like, nope, can't do that. And there's the Seleucids. They're kind of still just sitting there. I think they're kind of ravaging my waters area there, because they know that I don't have a single navy to go ahead and challenge them, and they can't challenge me. So we're gonna go ahead and put him, bring my other army up to reinforce him. Having trouble doing that, as we can all see. Apparently it's very hard. I'm trying to see if I can keep him in the city at the same time, but it can't. It doesn't work. Okay. So I'm gonna end up going to the next turn in a few minutes here. Go ahead and place him in the fortification, and then go to the next turn. And not too much happens over the turn. The Seleucids are still getting ravaged by the plague too. The Blimies are bringing up their last army, which is, I think, the navy, because they had a navy over there. Their navy has nobody in it. It's a useless navy. I don't know. It's a waste of space. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I can hold them off at that city if they go to attack it. And you see, I look at the navy; it's got less power than the actual army that I attacked in the last turn. So that's it may have 20, it may have 19 units, but they all have at least 16 guys in them. You know, so no power whatsoever. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move up with these two armies, and we're gonna go ahead and find where that other army is. All right. I keep on accidentally putting that other army there into the ocean, unfortunately, on accident. And here's the guys that I was talking about here. This is the one army that probably would have ambushed me if I didn't move my troops out of the one stance that I had them in. And they have 3 armies. So the amount of armies that this in particular one group can field is quite a bit for how many cities they have. They don't even have one full province. I don't know how they field 5 armies or whatever the heck they have. They have, I think they have 4 armies that they're fielding, but they're not full armies, but they're still quite a bit of cost. They've got to be in the negative, at least. Here I am checking at Jerusalem on my on the garrison units, seeing if they're also getting affected by the plague, and they are, because I could have probably moved my army on out from this area to go ahead and help me out down here, but the garrison unit is also being affected by that plague, unfortunately. So they're trying to decide what to do with their army, as I just put myself in a fort. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can attack the fort with both of those armies over there. I can do that right now. First, we're going to go ahead and check out the family tree. I wanted to look at the hiring politician thing. I didn't know what that was exactly. So the plague has finally stopped. And we'll go ahead and maybe move him from Jerusalem later on. Kind of left him there for quite some time, just kind of wasting space. Probably could have gotten rid of a few of his units to go ahead and save me some money, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and put that army back in that Disopolis. I think is how you say that. And then we're going to use this army to go ahead and help be reinforcements here. And then I can use this army to go ahead and attack his fort. And then they run away because they don't want to face both armies. But I'm not confident enough to go ahead and attack them with one of those armies, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave them right now. I could have probably attacked them right then and there. So I just popped them into a fort, and we'll wait and see what happens. And we're going to have the... we just wanted to check to see if there was any other army inside that city there. So that city is wide open. I can go ahead and take that city on out and then come back on up and take that their big walled city in that province. And then I will have secured Lower Egypt, I believe. Or is that Nubia area? I don't know where Nubia is on the map. So we're going to go ahead and bring this, the weaker army, we're going to bring them back around that are still gearing up on troops. And then we're going to go ahead and use this stronger army right here to go ahead and attack that other army that we saw last time. But we can't seem to find them. We don't want to go too far, so as we don't want to go and walk on into them again. The AI has learned how to ambush very well lately, so I don't know if they're in ambush stage. I can't move that army fully into that city right there, but they are within range of backing them up if they get attacked, so that's good news. I'm going to end the turn. And had the seagull fly right underneath over my screen. They get kind of big some of the time on the screen. I don't know why. I did get rid of the clouds though, so you know you don't see too many clouds. I think I used either a mod or something like that. But those clouds will, or I'm just zoomed in too much to where it doesn't matter. Those clouds will really block your view in the game, you know. So I was just about to go ahead and lower the public order. Lower the tax rate to see if that would increase my public order. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and build the mines over there. And I think what I need to do is go ahead and get more food over there. That will go ahead and make the people happy, because I think I only have like one thing of food. And now we see their army has camped out in a fort. And I think I can take them, but I need to go ahead and make more... I want more archers because of how I'm going to go ahead and end up attacking them if they stay in their fort, which lately the AI has decided no longer to stay in the fort for whatever reason. They don't think it's their best option, I guess. I don't know. I'd rather them stay in the fort than sally on out. It makes it a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. At least not every time, you know. Just to sally on out all your troops, it's not the best option, I think, all the time, every time. But we're going to go ahead and replace some of my archers in this other army here with the skirmishers in that army. And switch around my units for a little bit. And then we're going to use what we have left to go ahead and attack this group. Right here. And then we're going to go ahead and pop in the battle. I think I do go ahead and drop a save beforehand, though, just in case. I was trying to decide whether or not to fight this battle this time around in this episode, but I had enough time, so I went ahead and decided to drop on into it. Nice little transition there, right? And I'm going to go ahead and set all of our units on up with each other. We're not going to spread them on out too much because I was thinking that he might just sally on out all of his units, which he does end up doing, you know, because I guess they thought that was the better idea for whatever reason to meet me on the battlefield like that. So we go ahead and set up our units like this. We were going to go ahead and just attack them by first having my archers fire a lot of arrows on them, but they decide to pile on out. I'm just checking to see if they're piling on out, but they're piling on out. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for them to come to us, and this way they don't have to they're not using their towers to attack me, so I don't have the towers attacking me. What you should probably do if you want to go ahead and sally on out is remove all your troops, but leave them within range of the towers, and have the AI or whoever attack you with being in range of the towers, because you want the towers to still help you out. Okay. The AI, I guess, doesn't think to do that, but oh well. So we're gonna go ahead and move these guys this way, and we can use them to go ahead and fire on their troops, and we can go and also use my archers at this point to go ahead and fire on their elephants. And we're gonna go ahead and stick them on the flaming shot. That'll disperse the elephants a little bit, maybe. It's taking a little while to shoot. I don't know why they weren't shooting automatically there, but they fired all their arrows there. And now we're gonna go ahead and bring on back our archers behind my lines, behind my front line. They're charging on in there with that first elephant group, and I guess I stopped now that I have no archers in front, and I just have the spearmen there. I think those are hoplites or something, and I think they're attacking my elephants over here with their cavalry for whatever reason. We're gonna go ahead and end up winning over there, and as you can see there, I'm basically taking out their elephants before they even get to my troops now. I guess they really don't want to charge my pike line, you know, with them, which is probably not a good idea. If I had more looser units, then they probably would charge right on through them, you know. And they only have one group of heavy elephants. The other group is just a light elephant group. Not too much armor. And we have one elephant group that's kind of like rampaging off the field there, as you can see. And we're going to use this one to go ahead and just pull them on back to fire on them from afar. And they're kind of just lumbering tanks, you know? The tanks of the ancient world. The elephants. And they have really no cohesion with how they're attacking me right now. They're kind of just like piling up, as you can see. The whole army is just kind of slagging behind too. I'm continuing to try and get rid of these elephants, and then there they are. Now they're all just passing out. They're all dying. And here they are trying to go ahead and get me on my flanks, or on the widespread of my line. So my line is kind of spread out here, pretty far, which is fine, you know. Need to go ahead and move my general on in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop his abilities right now, like rally. These are kind of helpful. They came back from, I guess, running away, and now they're even running around way even more. The cavalry over there. They kind of started wavering completely right before they even got to my elephants, you know. Once my elephants turned around, they started wavering, which is nice. And we can just see the long string of archer arrows hitting their units over there. So we're gonna go ahead and bring these guys around to go ahead and surround them and lock down all their units so they can't really do anything. Go ahead and bring these guys around. And keep on firing the archers on them. I went and popped. I think that improved the second wind. I guess if I don't know, since I didn't pop a second wind there, if it didn't really do anything, you know. I need to go ahead and hit second wind and then hit that too, and then it'll improve it. Oh well. Here I'm using my my elephants to go ahead and I'm trying to get them around to go ahead and charge their archers. But I don't want them to get stuck out getting attacked by the towers. That'll go ahead and have them be picked off, you know, unfortunately. And we're going to go ahead and attack these guys. Scoot around my my pikemen there. They kind of don't line up the way I wanted them to, though, unfortunately. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and bring my elephants around back here. And we're going to go ahead and use this part of the army to go ahead and help me track down these archers as they're continuing to just run away from me, basically, is what they're doing. You know? And at this point, there's not much the AI can do to go ahead and win, you know? They've kind of already put themselves in a bad position by even attacking me in this sort of fashion. And their whole battle lineup is just bad, too. I think their general's just waiting back there in the fort, just chilling out, you know. And here we are having our elephants attack the archers finally. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those guys. And they're going to go ahead and retreat from the field. And we noticed that we have another archer group in the back there too. So we need to go ahead and take care of those guys later on. But I decided to go ahead and instead come back and basically finish up the larger part of their army over here before I go ahead and attack the rest of everybody else. This way to make things easy. They're kind of all wavering anyways. Bring these guys around. I was trying not to bring them on through the group there. Kind of didn't work too well. I guess it was just because it was just such a big group and they were very loose, the spacing between each man and the archer group. Excuse me there. So now we're gonna go ahead and attack the archers down there. I wanted to go ahead and finish them on off. And they still have just a few groups over here that we can finish on up. As you can see, all the dead elephants right there. Kind of pushing them along with my pikemen. Yeah. My phalanx group there, they're just pushing them along. They wouldn't think to go around him or anything, I guess. I don't know. So, kind of just trying to surround those group of guys. And I think I'm even getting fired on, unfortunately, by the last ammunition of that one archer group down there. So we're going to try and track them down and remove them from the battlefield. Here we are getting close on in. Those guys are both fighting. And then he pulls a spear out of nowhere on him. So now he's fighting him with a spear. He was fighting him with a sword before. But now they're all wavering. And I think that's the group's completely when it's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys around to go ahead and capture the fort. You know, now I can go ahead and either burn the towers or capture the towers too. I end up capturing most of them though. That way they can fire on the general at the same time. as I'm in the fort. But first we have them burn him down for a little bit, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And we see that the archers over there are kind of leaving the battlefield. They're trying to chase my other archers off the battlefield, so I'm going to go ahead and have my one archer stop chasing them and have my elephants start chasing them instead. All right, now the general could have probably actually attacked my archer unit, and that would have actually been the better idea for them. But they don't do that because I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and put this on full speed here. And they were trying to go back to the fort at one point there, but now we're gonna go ahead and speed this up, because basically the rest of the battle is I just go ahead and get control of the fort, the actual towers in the fort, and then I use that to my advantage to go ahead and attack the general there. And the general ends up being a little bit stronger than I thought he would be, because I end up having to attack him with quite a bit. Although I am attacking him with just my archers here, so I don't know if that was made any difference, you know. Alright, I'm getting rid of all the towers before I go ahead and go on in. So all the towers are mine, except for the one in the back there that he's on. But I can go ahead and render that tower neutral at least. So now it's neutral. I can go ahead and bring in my elephants. But that's right when everybody's wavering, so it's not going to really do too much, unfortunately. I thought I could go ahead and take him down with my elephants only. But somehow he's able to go ahead and beat my elephants. I guess it's a very strong generals unit, you know? So, yeah, you end up killing one of my elephants there, you know? You see? And then they end up wavering. So I'm like, all right, at this point I'm kind of a little fed up with him and with their general. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull in as many units as I possibly can to go ahead and finish him off. And this ends up basically ending the battle. And we win. Victory. So we're going to end the battle. And basically they lost 3,517 guys. And I lost 861. So it looked pretty good. That's all. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.